Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful week thus far. And as you are accustomed to, welcome back. We have launched some new juicy features. Actually, not all of them at the same time. We have been launching these maybe a few a month leading up to this point, but now we're finally ready and we've made some tweaks. So let's get into it. Today's update is 1.14.77 end-to-end portfolio administration, right? So we have a very big update today. So let's get right into it. Obviously, we hope 2025 has started on a high note for you, just like it has for us. Today is the 13th of February, and I wanted to get this update out now so that we can take a step back from work and enjoy Valentine's. Obviously, if you have a life partner, this is your last reminder. Valentine's is tomorrow. So it's been a while since our last update, and for very, very good reason. One we will share today in the development update. Obviously, if you have any questions or ideas, just email them to support@alvanda.com and we would gladly help or consider any idea that you have. We've released the first expansion of Alvanda about 1 year ago. So let's go into what today looks like. For any one of you that has been following us, needless to say, it was an amazing year. We have had so many great features that have been developed by our dedicated development team. Here, just a few of them, just as a reminder, just as a recap, just to celebrate the victories of this year. So we've added, right at the beginning of our journey, we were asked for two-factor authentication because that was very important for some of the companies that were joining. We improved permission settings for the same reason. For them, we added guiding documents directly within Alvanda. So now you don't need Google Docs, you don't need Office 360, you don't need anything. You can literally have all of your guiding documents, everything explained directly within Alvanda. You can now assign bulk tasks with one click. So if you have, for example, a company survey and you have 500 employees, you just create the task once, click bulk add to everyone in the company, or bulk assign, and a unique task will be created with a unique deadline and so on and so forth. So everyone will be measured separately on that task, and then the outcome of that survey will also be a unique deliverable for every single individual. This is huge innovation that we've brought this year. We have added custom email provider settings. So now if you want your employees or your staff or your clients to get emails from at yourcompanyname.com instead of at alvanda.com, that's possible now within the system. We now integrate with over 7,000 other apps. So if you want to integrate to Slack or to anything else, right, you can do this through here. We've added live support capabilities. So now if you have an issue, you tell us, we can literally log in as you immediately and then play around, see if we can fix whatever issue you're facing on the spot, or guide you whilst we're helping you do whatever it is you need to do. Company-wide processes allowing all tasks to be interconnected. So let's say someone picks up the phone and the person needs technical assistance. They just click one button, a task is immediately created for the technical assistance team with all of the context added to that task automatically. If they resolve the situation and they click, okay, this is done, it goes right back to customer service. Customer service gets a new task to check up, if everything's okay and so on and so forth. From there, if you want, you can then automatize that. If that client then says something good, that goes directly to marketing. Marketing gets a task to create a case study, to ask for a testimonial, for feedback, for a review, things of that nature. Then from there, it can go directly to sales. Sales can get a task, automatic task again with its own deadline. Everything you can automate in your business. Literally, you can interconnect every single procedure to another procedure cross-departmentally, doesn't matter. Everything just works right now in Alvanda, and it's just so amazing to see everyone using it the way you are. Automatic task delegation based on bandwidth. So if I have 5 hours of tasks today and you have 7 hours of tasks, and someone just gives a task to our general team, I will get it because I have 3 more hours, considering both of us are hired full-time. I have 3 more hours of bandwidth left today, so I will get delegated the task automatically. Again, industry leading, like you don't see this almost everywhere. I'm so excited. Obviously I'm biased, but this just excites me. Just thinking back to all of the amazing things the team has done this week is like I'm at awe, and I'm so grateful for them. We should thank them every single time something works in Alvanda. We're like, yes, thank you so much. We've added multi-company support so that basically you can switch between companies very easily, just like you would do on Google, Gmail, and so on and so forth, switching between inboxes. You could do the same thing here very easily with just one click. We've made dozens of quality of life improvements during this year. We've had several platform-wide speed improvements as well, which you guys have been very good to point out. Thank you so much. We've had detailed documentation and improved video tutorials, so we've brought you that this year as well. And of course, you can go deeper into any of the above, by reading the development updates. So you just go to our blog, right? Very easy to get here. And then here you can see, the assets and integrations update. You can see processes and progress, and obviously everything else you will see here on our blog. Moving on from there, it's obviously been, and this isn't even an extensive list, by the way, of everything we've done. And even just this list, I think, has like 13 or 14 items. Even that is more than one major feature every month. So the team has really been at it. We are very happy. And with a little bit of luck, we'll be able to bring you at least a dozen more amazing features this second year as well. And also, let's not forget that this list does not include the huge updates or the update package that we are going to announce today that are part of year 1 of development. So let's get right into it. If you've seen the development updates before, you'll notice that we always have new features and then improved features. However, in this specific update, all of the updates have a relationship with multi-company support. They're not an improvement. They're new features, but they're also an improvement considering the span of managing multiple companies from Alvanda. So we just made it new features and improvements. And because you'll see this, we have a lot. I'm not going to go into bugs or things like that we've featured, that we fixed. Please keep reporting if you find anything. We're always one step away, one email away from helping you. So in the last development update, we brought you multi-company support, allowing as many different companies and accounts on Alvanda as you wish, right? And you can easily switch between them with just one click. You can go back to the other article to see what that looks like. So this allows freelancers to work at multiple companies. If they have multiple clients, they see all of them in one dropdown. Or if someone owns multiple businesses, they can literally see them from one single account, right? Since then, we've been hard at work transforming Alvanda into the ultimate portfolio management solution ever created. And let's go into don't take my word for it, look at the features and see what we've been up to. So number 1, we start with the group overview, right? Like this is the principal overview of your entire portfolio. You can have 3 companies, you can have 30, you can have 300 companies. It's scalable infinitely. That's how we've built it. And Alvanda auto-generates the entire org chart of all of your assets, right? Auto-generates, you don't need to do almost anything. Also, just one important note, all of the screenshots in this article are from demo accounts. So we've, obviously grayed out things just so that people don't start, reading things senselessly. These are just demo accounts, just demo information. So please take it as it is, but this is how it actually functions right now. You can log in and you'll see everything working exactly as explained here. So the main difference of this feature as compared to other tools that might help you draw out a portfolio, right, with pretty boxes and arrows, is that within Alvanda, the entire portfolio is both dynamic and interactable. What do I mean by that? You do not need to draw it. It draws itself from the actual legal bindings between your various assets. And you can literally click into any one of these companies and see the specific details of the company, including its employees, its own org chart, its strategic plans, every single thing that pertains to that company, you just click in and you see all of that information there. Also, in case you're either a business magnet or you're a consultant who works with many different groups, you can easily create and switch between those groups. Look, you have a new group button and you can literally easily just switch between groups. So let's say you have a group of companies in the US, one in Europe and one in Asia. You can literally switch between those very easily. Or if you're a consultant and you work with 10 businesses or 10 groups of businesses, you can literally create new groups for them, organize them, invite them to the groups, help them see everything there. So it has very, very many use cases. Finally, Alvanda allows you to define divisions of your portfolio and then assign assets to those divisions. So you can have professional services, you can have SaaS, you can have retail, you can have real estate, you can have anything you want. So let's say you have a few apartments in Chicago that you're renting, right? You can literally have that under real estate or under Airbnb if you want to, because you can have another division that's real estate development, right? Where you actually build houses or build whatever you want to do, etc., etc. So all of that can be structured within divisions. After that, from here, you'll notice this little button. I've underlined the important parts of this screenshot, but then after that, we just keep everything very simple. So if you click on group administration, you'll basically be taken to an entire module where you have all of the group related details, and you can go very deep into these views. So basically here, you can see everything from the smallest details, such as who's the designated accountant, right, for a specific company, to larger group-wide decisions, such as who has access or even control of the entire portfolio. And we're going to go into that in a second. However, let's see what happens if we click into one of these companies here or here. What do we see? So we see the overview of that one specific company, where we see all of the information pertaining to that company, such as the founding date, the corporation type, where is it headquartered, right? Who's the parent company? What's our ownership stake in it, right? Who is the accountant, the attorney, etc., etc. From there, you can basically click. So here you can manage all of this, right? You click manage company and then you select the parent company, you change the ownership, you add an accountant, you do whatever you want to do. I didn't put another screenshot because again, today's update is going to be long, so bear with me. After that, you will have a full list of all of the members, employees, contractors, etc., of the company. Alvanda started as a complete business solutions tool, right? Like you can do anything in business with Alvanda. And so all of these businesses are their own little ecosystem that have people actually having day-to-day tasks, day-to-day operations, everything that's happening. Again, you can go to past updates and you can see what Alvanda is all about. So all of that is still there. So what group administration brings on top of that is now, not only do you have the best possible system on the market to manage all of your different businesses in terms of strategy, in terms of procedurizing everything, in terms of org charts, in terms of permissions, in terms of everything you would ever need to manage a company end to end. Now you also have one level above so that you can do this at scale. Whether you have one business, three businesses, or 100 businesses, all of them can be managed. All of them can live within Alvanda, and you see each and every one of them. So from here, you can click on any one user of any company that you have within your portfolio, and you're one click away from seeing everything you need to see. So you'll notice that there's a clear difference between company-specific roles and group-specific roles, right? You'll see here and here. This is because someone might be a leader in one of 11 companies that you have in your portfolio. Like they literally might even be the CEO. So they might be a board member and they might be an employee, because sometimes board members, like a CEO, for example, they can be on the board and they can be an employee at the same time. But they might have zero access to or control of group level information, right? They're literally there. It's in one of your companies. There's a CEO there, but they have no access to see anything that's going on in the group, right? Also from this page, you can reset the user's password. If they forgot it, you can send them an email if you want to, or you can revoke their access completely just by one click. You just one click. Imagine how amazing that is. You don't need to worry about anything else anymore. You just one click, complete access revoked for that individual, and then you can let them go if they're not doing what they need to do in the business, or for whatever reason you need to let them go. And the best and most valuable part of all of this, that's again almost industry unique, is that you can literally log in as that user and you can see everything they see within their company. So again, if you have a CEO within the company and you're wondering how is the company doing, what do they see, how are the various different things, initiatives moving, you can literally log in as them. You can see all of their tasks, all of their due dates, all of their past deliverables, everything you have access to. Never has there been such an extensive level of transparency across all companies within a group that is available to everyone, because Alvanda is intentionally made to be super affordable for anyone that wants enterprise grade systems within their small to mid-sized business. An important note here that I've written down: if anyone is concerned about a user's privacy, there is a very important difference between someone's work and their personal life, okay? Alvanda does not keep track of anything people say or do outside of their work, right? This feature allows group managers to look into the work of the work that people are doing, which is 100% the business of the company. No one can say that is none of your business. As long as you're hired in my company, everything you do within my stewardship is my responsibility. It is 100% my business. What you say to a client, what you do and do not do, and so on and so forth. If I work for someone else, my work is 100% their responsibility or their business, right? And so this has nothing to do with the user's privacy. This has everything to do with complete group-wide transparency, to be able to see anything, because there's so many times as a company owner or as an owner of a portfolio, we've been talking, for example, to someone that has literally over 100 companies, 100 different entities within their portfolio, and they never can have this level of information, of details, of transparency, of control, and so on and so forth. This was not invented until now. This is industry unique. This is what we're building. Moving on from there, you also have, on that same note, group level permission management. So anyone that is a group owner or members with sufficient privileges can literally decide what permissions people get, like this, to the smallest degree of detail, and individually for every single role within the company. So if an accountant can see nothing at group level, they can just be basically given the balance sheets and the P&Ls and so on and so forth, so that they send everything to the IRS and so on and so forth. That's it. But they don't need any level of access. They see no companies, they see who's in the company, they don't see anything. They're just being given deliverables so that they do what they need to do in their accounting world, so that all of the books look right and you have a correct, let's say, fiscal year moving on. That's it. Same with attorneys. They don't need to see everything. Authorized signers are a different level and so on. So I can go into everything here, but you can give individual access of whatever you want. This enterprise grade, let's say, permissions matrix, again, almost no software allows, like, let's say, the management of, because they can't. It's just so difficult to do this at this level, right? But we have managed to do it in these past few months. So again, similar with transparency, this level of permission management is new, has never been seen in the history of business operations before. Again, available to anyone with a small to mid-sized business. Enterprise grade, yes, if you have billions and billions to spend and invest into your operations, yes, then you can have this level of transparency. But everyone else, us, that have maybe just millions of dollars in companies and operations and so on, this has never been a case. You can never do this. So imagine everyone now has access to enterprise-grade portfolio management solutions at a cost that is 100 times less as compared to other similar solutions. There are almost no software platforms out there that allow you to create and manage an entire portfolio of companies and assets from one single platform until Alvanda, right? We have stated at the end of last year that owners of multiple companies and assets will be able to oversee all of their operations in one single screen. So basically, if you're a serial entrepreneur that has a few small businesses or a few real estate assets, a few apartments or whatever, or a business consultant that has multiple clients, or a huge enterprise, that has thousands of employees, all in different divisions. Remember, we can set divisions in Alvanda and different departments and teams and so on and so forth. In all of the above cases, you will now have complete transparency and be able to manage or oversee everything from one single place. All of your org charts, all of your strategic plans, from the highest to the lowest level, all tasks, all communications, all documents, everything, all of it in one place. So we have now taken a massive step forward within our industry, one of many more to come. Speaking of, what does the next sprint look like for Alvanda and for you as part of our journey? So now that we've invested so much into group level features, this next sprint, we are going to take a step back and focus just half of our energy towards continuously improving group level features. And the other half we're again going to take a step back and focus on company level features and operational improvements, as you have been used to for the vast majority of last year. A few of those items will be choosing onboarding procedures per position. So even before you hire someone, you can say, well, if I hire a new HR person, they will need to do these 5 things as soon as they come in. And so instead of me spending time after that delegating all of those tasks, making copies of them or whatever, doing things of that nature, never again will you need to do that with Alvanda. Because if you hire someone, you will literally be able to they will immediately get a set of tasks to do based on the specific work that they have been hired for. And for you just create the procedures and you say, okay, as soon as a new person is added into this role, give them these tasks with these due dates and so on and so forth, everything automatic. There will be 0 additional management and HR time required. So as we've gotten you accustomed to this past year, everything we do is to save time, to automate more, to make everyone in the team more effective so that we can spend less time organizing work and more time actually doing the work we love. And this is for every level within the organization, from the let's say the junior developer that you just hired to the CEO of the company. Everyone will spend less time in admin and more time doing the work that they actually want to do within their career. Moving on from there, in that same vein, table views for components of the same type will be something that we launch within this next sprint. Basically, people now have so many hundreds of deliverables that look very, very nice within our interface. However, when you want to see a lot of information in one go and just get the sense of how things are going, you can't do that right now, because we have a very specific UI and design that just makes it super friendly. But if you want less friendliness and more effectiveness, then you can switch to a table view, and you'll see, let's say if it's articles, like say the deliverables are all articles that the marketing team has been working on. So you will be able to see a complete table of every single article. What's their status? Are they planned? Are they being written or being reviewed by the editor? Are they published? What's the link, where they have been published? All of that within one screen. You can just scroll and get a very good sense of how things are going. Also, you'll have a calendar view for tasks. So right now you have overdue tasks. What do I need to do today? And what does the future hold? So what do I need to do later? Very simple way. And we intentionally started with that because if you just start using Alvanda now, you're just going to have 3 tasks, 4 tasks, 10 tasks, whatever. It's very manageable, very easy to see. However, as soon as you start using Alvanda more and more, this is some of the feedback that we've gotten, it would be very useful to have a calendar view to see exactly the various different times that I have up until a task is due. So if something's due tomorrow at 2 p.m. and something else tomorrow at, tomorrow at, let's say, 10 a.m. and something else tomorrow at 4 p.m., I should start working on the 10 a.m. thing immediately, because I know that's due as I start my day tomorrow morning. And so instead of working for the other thing that I might like more, but that's due at 4, let me work on this other thing that's due at 10. So you'll be able to see all of that within Alvanda after the next sprint. So as we've said before, everyone has an opportunity to join. So if you know anyone that can help us either build or promote Alvanda, send them this link so that they can see what we're all about and they can apply to, help us grow the company and help bring you more amazing features and, help more people join on our journey. As final thoughts, today's article is already 10 pages long, so we won't take any more of your time. We'll just leave you with the following message. We believe the future belongs to those who are able to see and capitalize on potential. The chair you sit on at your desk was once just an idea in someone's mind. Someone saw a need, they saw potential, and then they took action. Our invitation to you today is to take action today, tomorrow, and every day. Thank you so much for your attention today. We hope you've found value in today's update. If you have any features that you would just love to have that you've been wishing for years, let us know. We will have a new voting poll in probably the next update. So you will be able to vote again, just like you have last year. Every year we will have a voting poll where you can say, hey, these are the top 3 updates that I would like in this order. And then we will take all of your votes and then basically base the next year of development on your votes. So be very careful, and only paying clients can vote, because we don't believe in getting votes from people that don't even commit, are not part of our journey. But if you're a paying client in Alvanda, you will always have the privilege to determine what is the order in which we will create the future that you want to be a part of in terms of operational effectiveness. Thank you so much again. Have an amazing day and speak to you soon.